Hi, I'm Dr. David Gruder. And I am a psychologist who happens to be an integrity management specialist. I'm a clinical and organizational psychologist who founded the specialty area in psychology called Venture Development Psychology, which is all about alignment between the project and the psychological skills that are necessary in order to create an effective business. Because unfortunately, mostly businesses are built by leaders and their teams at the level of their psychological limitations rather than their entrepreneurial intentions. And at CEO Space, those dimensions matter. Whereas in a lot of other business development organizations, they don't pay attention to psychological intelligences like emotional intelligence, relationship intelligence, and integrity intelligence. I wrote the book on integrity intelligence called The New IQ, How Integrity Intelligence Serves You, Your Relationships, and Our World, and I consult and speak worldwide to organizations, for-profit, small, large, non-profit, and cause-based organizations, as well as political leaders, about how to be successful without sacrificing personal integrity, life balance, or social responsibility. My role in CEO Space is that I am the special counsel to CEO Space's chairman and board, which is an incredible joy and honor for me because as a psychologist, to be involved with an organization that is showing members how to create businesses that are profitable through cooperation, collaboration, rather than through competition is really crucial, because we as professionals in the healthcare industry and other professions like attorneys and accountants, professionals are beholden to codes of ethics. And oftentimes we as professionals, when we're indoctrinated into thinking like professionals, we develop a kind of a negative attitude about the business end of our work or the entrepreneurial side of things, because too many of my colleagues associate business with being unethical. Well, at CEO Space, that gets turned all around because the collaboration-centric culture is an ideal culture for all professionals who want to make the leap from monetizing their business through time to monetizing their business through providing value. And that's a fundamental shift in mindset for professionals.
My name is Kevin Day. I'm an attorney. I've written 5 books on the subjects of estate planning trusts as well as offshore and domestic trusts. In CEO Space, there's all kinds of workshops that you can focus on for your particular needs, the things that you're working on at that particular moment. Then there's big classroom experience, super teaching, where everybody goes to and gets the concept that really unifies all of us as CEO Space members. We still work in an art of war society that teaches people that lawsuits essentially are lottos and that's the easiest way to get wealthy. But it doesn't have to be that way. And what CEO Space teaches is if you're looking out for other people's businesses, you're making referrals, 10 times that's going to come back. And it really does work, and it's an incredible process to go through.
This is a club. This is not a class, although as professionals we can, most of us, get continuing education credits for coming to these events, but this is an event for business building, and because of that, this is a club where we become members in a private setting, and we get to interact with each other 5 times a year for life. rather than having a workshop or a seminar or a one-off event where we might get high on learning something new, but it doesn't translate into action that is properly sequenced in the right steps, in the right order, in the right timing throughout the developmental stages of creating a successful venture from concept all the way through to exit. This version of a trade show isn't booth-based. It's not about booths. This is a whole new generation of trade show that is as professional-friendly a version of a trade show as you could ever hope to find, because in place of booths at CEO Space, your trade show is conducted through relationship building, at meals, during networking activities that are collaboration centered. See, what happened for me in my first forum was that I thought that I was attending, being an academic kind of type, I thought I was attending for the classes. And I thought the classes would be pretty good. They were amazing. They were outstanding. But that's not where the real magic happened for me. Where the real magic started happening for me was at the meal tables, because what happened for me at the meal tables was that when I was sharing with the other members what I specialize in and what I'm looking for next and my ideal client profile, and the faculty member or mentor at that meal table was helping me refine my language so that I conveyed what was really authentically true about my client profile and what I was looking for next. What started happening was incredible magic around my starting to get more and more clients from more and more locations who wanted to work with me, whether flying into town from where they were or flying me to them or working over the internet. There was this incredible synergy that started happening, and it built on top of that, where the people who would be at my meal tables that I was sitting at, the fellow members would be hearing what I was saying and what I was looking for next and my ideal client profiles, and they would then be going at other meals to sit with other people at other meal tables, and they would be hearing from those people what they were looking for next. And suddenly it was like, oh, this person's looking for an attorney that is a specialist in the area that I heard at this other table that this attorney is a specialist in, or this physician is a specialist in, or this psychologist or organizational development consultant or coach or whatever it happened to be. And suddenly we have a family. We don't just have these meals where we're pitching. We have these meals where we're creating relationships that are exponential in their expansion, not only with clients who might be sitting at our table, and not only with people that people who are sitting at our table know in their lives outside of CEO Space, but the networking inside of CEO Space, so that right in real time, what's happening here is you hear something at another meal table, somebody asking for an attorney or a CPA who specializes in forensic accounting, and as a for instance, and sure enough, 2 meals earlier in the forum, they were sitting at a table with someone who was a forensic accountant. They get up, they grab that person right on the spot, bring them over to where that person who's the forensic accountant is sitting, and hook them up. I don't know a place where we can do that as professionals, because professional guilds, when we get together to get our continuing education credit, we're hanging out with each other. That's not the place to generate our clients, because we're all in a competitive mode. You've got your clients, you're not going to share your clients with me, whereas in CEO Space, we are in a different environment where people who are looking for our services rather than our colleagues are there, and we're able to hook up with them directly and indirectly.
You're Dr. Kevin Ross Emery.
And so you've been in the space for how long?
8 years, going on 9.
And you take fortune companies to the next level.
Well, there's one simple reason why we do it, is because we can, at this point, take our brain trust and pass it on to people that want to play in this cooperative sandbox and make the vision of this world, the vision that you have given us for 20 years of a cooperative business model which will outpace, outperform, and create a better world by its very existence. And I don't want to support somebody that's going to go out there and destroy the rainforest. I don't want to support somebody who's going to go out there and rape and pillage our society to make a few bucks. I'm here to make the world a better place. This place does it, and I'm only working with people who want to work in this place because that's what we're all here to do.
So, you know, above and beyond the money and the business expansion piece, you and I both know that in the professions, we are constantly dealing with overwork, burnout, exhaustion, and resource depletion too that contributes to our further exhaustion, because when we keep going back to the well for more clients by going to our small circle of referral sources, that's really, really inefficient. And that gets to be exhausting in and of itself. The opportunity for me to come to CEO Space Forums 5 times a year puts me in a situation where I am actually in an oasis. I'm actually where I get to rejuice myself. My lifeblood comes back. My passion about the work that I do comes back, partly because I'm constantly meeting new people who are new referral sources for me way outside of my usual small circle of local referral sources. But even more, I'm in a collaborative, nurturing, integrity-centered environment that is all about helping all of us get reconnected with our authentic passion, our authentic joy, our sense of mission, and why we're doing the work that we're doing in the first place to help the world become a better place. That's massive integrity. And to replenish ourselves through restoring our own personal integrity 5 times a year while we're making money doing it is an antidote to professional burnout and professional overwhelm, the likes of which I never even knew existed, and certainly I have not found in my own profession, and I'll bet you haven't found in your profession either, but I have found here at CEO Space, and I am so delighted to be part of the corporate culture that helps ensure that that happens, because CEO Space so values these kinds of considerations, that it's not only about the massive profitability, the massive sustainability. It's about doing it in a way that keeps our passion and our aliveness and our exuberance and our energy levels constantly replenished 5 times a year with new stimulation. Combine that with profit, I don't know how you beat it.